Alright, welcome everybody to the Slingshot Racing League Truck Series. We are at Daytona here for the first race of the season. I am Tony Hildebrand. I will be doing the broadcast for the truck series tonight, and looks like the rest of the season here for Slingshot Racing League. This is my first time doing broadcasting. We got 80 laps here tonight. There's a lot of people here that showed up tonight. There's 33 trucks so far. Let's do the racing analysis. So, fuel window, we expect to be 48 laps. We got 3 tip times in the pit. There we go. Sorry about that. Again, first time doing this. Bear with me, please. Yeah, so 28 laps is the expected fuel window. We got 3 sets times in the pits. That race distance is a little off. And tires shouldn't be too much of a factor, but they do have them. We are about to get to the qualifying, so we will go into the national anthem here. We will be right back.
So the first title is yeah, right, and that's what I'll take it to go.
All right, so qualifying is underway here. I will get that set up. We're currently on Shane Bradshaw in the 88 truck. No one has got a time in yet. All right, so the first times are coming in. It is. Let me get. Matt Scherf is at the top of the board with the 52.442. Nathan Brogy is second, 5/100ths of a second off. And then we got new pole sitter so far with Rhett Tucker with a 52.374. Devin Pienta moves up to second with a 52.4. Here he comes to take the checker. Let's see if he can improve on his first lap. And he runs a little bit slower. So currently, Rhett Tucker is still sitting on the pole with Jacob Bradley just a few thousandths of a second behind. And it looks like most people are finished with their laps. All right. We'll do this one more time. So we got 28 laps is the expected field window. It is an 80 lap race tonight. So 150 miles. There's 3 sets of tires in the pits if they are needed. Probably not going to be needed tonight. Because unless you get spun or something, because the tires don't wear too much here. It's a pretty big field though, so we'll probably have a few cautions. So I don't know if we're going to get the green flag pit stops tonight. Hopefully we do. Hopefully everyone races nice and clean. Again, this is my first time doing the broadcast, so forgive me if I gotta work out a few issues here. I am also alone tonight, so. All right, we got the. Here's the starting grid. On the pole is Rhett Tucker with a 52.374. Jacob Bradley comes in second. Third place is Andrew McGonigal in the 94. The 93 of Zach Roethlisberger is starting fourth. 5th is Evan Pienta in the 55, and Jeff Pogo in the 43 will be starting 6th. 7th is Matt Scherf in the 4. 39 of Timmy Emmanuel is going to be starting 8th. The 77 of Zachary Dallas will be starting 9th, with the 88 of Shane Bradshaw in 10th. 11th is the 87 of Nathan Rogie. Josh Ward in the 92 will be starting 12th. The 64 of Keith Bouchard will be in 13th, and Lee Campbell will be starting 14th in the number 14. 15th will also be the number 15 of Chris Stepp. The 42 of Paul Thomas will be starting 16th. The 91 of Rye Jones in 17th. The 52 Johnny Rapp in 18th. In 19th is the 06 of Jay Heishman, and Trevor Trago will be starting 20th in the number 37. The number 28 of Chris Smith will be starting 21st. The 9 truck of Patrick Colby in 22nd. Oop. Yeah. It double clicked on me, so I missed the 12th row. 25th will be Scott Thompson's in the 45, and Matt Kuntz in the 20 will be starting 26th in the 13. Thomas will be starting 27th in the 8th, and the 00 of Nick DeCheshire will be starting 28th. Peru Modicard will be starting 29th in the 18th, and Jamie Leach in the number 2 will be starting 30th. 44 Patrick O'Toole will be starting 31st. The 83 of Cordell Lofgren will be starting 32nd, and Tim Tokarski in the number 25 will be rounding out the field in 33rd. All right, this will be a pretty lengthy race tonight, so we'll see who can keep it together for the whole race. There's gonna be a lot of cars here, or trucks here, so there's gonna be a lot of mixing it up back and forth. A lot of traffic to deal with. But they gotta keep their heads on their shoulders here tonight so they can make it home, because there are no fast repairs, if I remember correctly. So if you wreck, you're kind of done. And here they come out of turn 4 to the start finish line to take the green flag. Brett Tucker is leading the inside here. But off they go. Everyone started off pretty nice and smooth, nice and clean. The 94 of Andrew McGonigal is giving Rhett a really nice push here through the corners. They're going to clear the outside line coming out of 2. Jacob Bradley in the 48 and the 93 of Zach Roethlisberger are getting a good run here through the 3 and 4 though. But it looks like Rhett Tucker is going to lead the first lap here in the inaugural race of the Season 3 Truck Series for Slingshot Racing League. Looks like there's a 10 truck breakaway here. There's not too big of a gap, but there is a little bit of a gap between 10th place and then the 92 of Josh Williams leading in second group. Really likes this. Let's switch. There we go. And Andrew McGonigal was really giving Brett some big pushes here. We'll see how that works out, because these trucks, they don't like to stay too stable if you give them too big of a shove. It looks like they are preferring the inside line because they have cleared the outside line a couple times here already tonight, but they have not moved up. We saw last night the outside line was the preferred line for a lot of people and was able to keep the momentum. But tonight the Truck Series it looks like the bottom line is going to be the preferred line here. Yeah, the top two have cleared the outside line now. The outside line has fallen back. Top three have cleared them now, but let's see if Evan Pienta has jumped to the outside to try to get the momentum to come up to the lead here. And it looks like they're getting a big run. We'll see if he can get to the line first this lap and get some bonus points. And it looks like he will get to... No, Rhett did take it back here at the line. There's a lot more trucks have joined this lead pack here. The 2x2, about 7 deep. Oh, someone's making it 3 wide, it looks like. No, he's coming back in. That was the 93, I believe, of Zach Roethlisberger. Yep. But Evan Pienta has cleared Rhett, and he's dropped down in front of him. That was really close. Rhett lifted for him to let him in before he got hooked. Oh, and speaking of, there goes Andrew McGonigal into the 48 of Jacob Bradley. Andrew McGonigal has saved it. Let's see if he can merge back in. He does get back in without any more incident here. Everybody gave him plenty of room. It doesn't look like he has too much damage either, so he should be able to get back going here and run with. Be able to make his way back up there if he can get up to speed here. Back up front, it looks like Rhett is taking the lead again on the outside. And Jacob Bradley clears Evan Pienta also and drops down below Rhett Tucker in the 99, who's dropping back in behind Jacob Bradley. A lot of slicing and dicing up here. Rhett's going back to the outside, as you can see. And it looks like Jacob Bradley did end up leading that lap, though, just barely, but it was close. And Evan Pienta is diving out of line here to drop to the back. Looks like Jacob Bradley is also. So that's going to change up the front here. Rhett Tucker is back out in the lead, being pushed by the 39 of Timmy Emanuel. And then the 4 of Matt Scherf is leading now is second on the inside line as Rhett drops down to block it. It seems like Rhett wants to try to lead as many laps as possible tonight to get as many bonus points as he can, which is not a bad strategy, especially at Daytona where anything can happen, so you want to try to get as many points locked up as possible, especially for the first race of the season. Looks like another truck is dropping to the bottom so you can go back. Not quite sure who that is. Oh, the 4 truck tried to get to the outside, but he didn't have the room. The 39 was there. They did a good job not making that a bigger issue than it was. That really hurt the momentum of both lines, though. Oh, there's a big shot from the 15, and Timmy Emanuel is going to get that lap led. There are only 3 trucks on the outside right now, but there's another truck dropping to the bottom to go to the back, so that's going to hurt the momentum on the inside line. But And the top two on the outside are cleared Brett Tucker, and they both dropped down. A lot of shuffling up front here tonight. And we're only on lap 9 of 80 here, so... Oh, it looks like people are dropping down to pit road already. It looks like they're trying to run this race backwards like a road course, where they get their pit stops out of the way as quickly as possible so they can make it to the end. Brett Tucker, the 87 of... I know Nathan Rogie, the 77, and I didn't quite see who else that was. They are on pit road. Back up front, we have some netco going on. That was close call between the 15 and the 22. 22 is Brady Powers. I'm not sure how they didn't wreck there, but I'm sure they're both glad that didn't happen, and the rest of the field is. We are still green. And he's hooked. The 15 hooked the 22 there, and there's a big pile up. The leaders have wrecked coming out of turn 4 here. There's your first caution of the night on lap 10. We will get this replay. So, as you can see, the 15 just drifts up and turns the 22 into the 39, and then almost everyone gets involved. There's a couple that made it through. That the 64 did not. That is brutal. Let's go back again and go to another view on another truck here. Let's see. Let's find another camera view. Gotta get my camera set up. Here we go. Right along the 4 car here. And see what he got caught up in it. See, he's riding behind the 22 on the outside here. The 15 comes up and just turns him, and there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go for the majority of the field, it looks here. So a big one early on in the first race of the season here at Daytona. It looks like the 15 is either stayed out or he it looks like he stayed out here. Alright, while we are under caution though, we will go to a quick commercial break. Alright, and we are back, and it looks like the 15 will be getting an EOL. I don't think he pit, so the leader of the race here, it looks like it's going to be the 25 of Tim Tokarski. And it looks like we are going to be we are 1 to green here. It looks like, yeah, the pace lights are out on the pace car. They don't seem to be double file yet though. Oh, as they're getting double filed. Okay. So the running order so far, or for the restart here, will be the 25 Tim Tokarski. The 7 of George Fetzko will be in second. Brett Tucker in the 99 is up to third. The 87 Nathan Rogie will be in fourth, it looks like. The 94 Andrew McGonigal in fifth. Zachary Dowson in the 77 in sixth. Tarun Modakirti in seventh. Josh Ward in eighth. Paul Thomas in ninth. And Ellis Thomas in rounding out the top 10. And it looks like there are the 4 and the 64, there are 2 trucks out of the race currently, or at least they're behind the wall. Here we go, the pace car pulls off. And we are back to green. The 7 gets a huge jump on the restart here. The 25 dives down low to get in line behind him. Looks like Rhett Tucker in the 99 and the 18 are the only 2 on the outside now as Rhett Tucker dives to the bottom. So we got single file here after the restart. And the 7 is jumping up high. Oh, we're going 3 wide for the lead up here. As Brett Tucker in the 99 and Andrew McGonigal in the 94 jump out to the lead on the third line here, followed by the 77 of Zachary Doust. And they have a huge gap over 4th and 5th now, who are side by side. The field is pretty spread out after the top 3 here, so if they can stick together, they should keep a good momentum for a while here. And here comes Jay Heisman in the 06, pulling up to be the 4th car in line. Yeah, these 2 have been pretty strong here when they've been hooked up so far early in this race. And they got a lot of speed here so far on the outside too. Yeah, these top 3 have not had anyone pull up alongside the inside of them since they broke away. And there's not really much formation behind them, so these 3 are gonna be, they're staying out front here. As you can see how close Andrew McGonigal in the 94 gets to Rhett Tucker in the 99. A little bit of a push there on the straightaway. Yeah, these 3 are showing a lot of strength already here early on. And with that, you can see that they've decided that the high line is probably their preferred line right now. And it's single file throughout the field here, at least through the first half. And a lot of this might be people trying to settle down and ride it out for the next chunk of the race, because that was a really big wreck early on. So I'm sure everyone's a little gun shy right now. As you can see, about 11th or 12th is where you get the first side-by-side back there. Yeah, the 94 is all over the 99. Even through the quarters, he lets up a little bit. You can see that about half the field has gone single file and pulled away. The second half might be just settling out back there, trying to stay nice and clean the rest of the race. Yeah, it seems like the 06 gets a good run and catches up to these top three, but then he just like loses some ground. I don't know if he is trying to keep a gap or if he doesn't have the juice to stay with them. The field is coming up on a slow truck though. We'll see if they have to maneuver around him or if he'll pull out of the way. Yeah, lap 20 here. It is still Rhett Tucker leading with Andrew McGonigal in second and Zachary Dowsett third. All nose to tail as they have been since the restart. We are officially a quarter of the way through the race. Looks like the 94 might be getting a little warm. He's pulling out to the side on the straightaways to get a little bit of air. It seems like everyone's just content to ride along here for a while, at least probably until they get to the second pit stop. There's the first half of the field is broken away, and then there's like a group of 5. And then I think that's pretty much it for who's still left on the lead lap, it looks like. Yeah, 94 is still getting really close, even in the corners here. Then he gives a nice shot in the middle of the straightaway. Keep that momentum up. Oh, a little bit of a bungee action there. Everybody kept it nice and straight though, no wrecks. Yeah, it looks like if that was Brett's goal tonight, he's accomplishing it. He's led all but like a handful of laps here. As you can see, he's led. Oh, that's Andrew McGonigal. I gotta switch here. Yeah, Rhett. Oh, there's a spinner. Spinner down in 4. We'll see if that brings out a caution. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, go the wrong way here. It does not look like it's bringing out a caution, so. But yeah, Rhett has led 18 of the 25 laps here, so he's led all but 7. My apologies for that. I didn't catch who that was that spun out there. Looks like the top 3 have broken away again here. There's a big gap between the top 3 and 4th place. 4th place is currently the 87 of Nathan Rogie. And then there's another bit of a gap between him and 5th. So if these guys don't get hooked up again, then the top 3 might pull away. At Daytona, you'll have a 3-truck pull away or breakaway. You don't get that much anymore. Looks like the 87 does have enough total. He's pulling up. And he does catch the back of the 77 there. And then we got the 06 and the 7 kind of hooking up, but then the 7 backs off. Then you got the 42 of Paul Thomas in 8th. The 91 of Ryan Jones in 9th. Ellis Thomas in 10th. Top, and they got like back to 15th here, roughly. Looks like they don't want to get lined up and try to catch the top 4 though. They want to race it out back here. So it looks like they're gonna probably lose some more ground. It is still early in the race, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I don't know if I would be doing that right now. You can't just let the leaders pull away like that, especially here at Daytona. But we do got 2 lines back here. Looks like the 91 of Rye Jones and the 8 of Ellis Thomas are trying to get around the 42 of Paul Thomas. And then Ellis is dropping to the bottom here. So yeah, it looks like they're just trying to have their own fun back here, but I don't see how it's gonna help a lot because they are losing ground to the top 4. As you can see, they have pulled even further away up here. They did just put another truck a lap down. That's the 5 of Chase Berry. Yeah, these top 4 are nose to tail. It looks like they want to put as much distance as they can to the group back here, who have gotten straightened out though. Let's see if they can use the numbers advantage to try to make their way back up there, because it's a 5.5 second gap between the 91 of Rye Jones in 5th and the 87 of Nathan Rogie up here in 4th. And the lap truck of Chase Berry has hooked up with these guys as well, so that's another truck to build momentum with to try to pull away from the rest of the field. And the gap has gotten even bigger to the 5th place on back here, so these guys have to get moving if they want to catch them. There is going to be at least one more pit stop here tonight, though, so maybe they can get that get that sorted out to where they can get back into sequence with them, or at least cut the time out. But they got it's about 6 seconds now. It's a little over 6 seconds now, and it was just 5.5 seconds a couple laps ago. So they are losing time. They just got too big of a gap between most of these trucks back here. They got to get lined up if they want to build that momentum back up. But up front, they're staying where they're running, and they're trying, like I said, they're trying to build as big of a gap as they can so they can get onto pit road and off pit road and not have to worry about as much. So and we just completed lap 31, so we got 49 laps left in the race. And they are putting another truck a lap, but that's the 7 who was up front. He was running 5th for the first few laps after the restart. He must have, I don't know if he lost, he got shuffled out and he just lost the draft or what happened to him, but he is not doing well now. And that is the George Fetzko in the number 7. These guys stay nice and smooth. The gap is getting even bigger. It is just under 8 seconds from 4th place Nathan Rogie to 5th place Rye Jones. The first three trucks here in this group are pretty hooked up, but then you got a gap between Ellis Thomas and Paul Thomas, and then no one's really pushing Paul. So these guys are going to keep losing ground here if they keep this up. Yeah, look at that gap. That's not going to help at all. The only thing I can think of is maybe this group of trucks is trying to save some fuel as they go through this run, so they can bank as many laps as they can before pitting, because putting under that caution, if they stretch as much as possible, they could maybe do it on this one last pit stop. But I'm not sure. They might. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to need to do it at least twice, pit at least 2 more times for fuel. First few trucks get around the 7 pretty easily, but the second part of that group is struggling to get around the 7. That's just gonna slow them down some more. And now they're gonna be side by side, so. And they're about 9 seconds behind the 4th place truck already. So they have lost another second since we've been on them. These 3, though, seem to be getting it together. And back up front, we have a new leader. Andrew McGonigal took the lead. Looks like Rhett Tucker fell to the back. He might have... Oh, here they come. We got pit stops. The top 4 are all pitting here. That was real close. They all get it locked down in time. The top 4 have all pitted. Let's see if the rest of them are staying out. So the 18 is now your new leader. Yep, it looks like the top 4 are the only ones that have pit so far. So lap right here, and they stay out again. So the top 10 now are still on track. The top 8. Looks like Jeff Pogo in the 43 has now entered the pits. Got a few more trucks on pit road. And here come the leaders. The leaders are coming down pit road. About 7 of them, it looks like. They all get on pretty nicely. No mistakes. No. It doesn't look like anyone was speeding. So that's good. That's good. Let's back on track. This is the group that pit first. They're coming out of turn 4 while the current leaders are on pit road. They should retake the lead here, though. Yep, and as the current leaders are coming off pit road, these guys have taken the lead back, and they are going to have. It looks like they're going to build up an even bigger gap here before the others get back up to speed. Well, it's all going to come down to how far can these guys stretch it, though. I really don't think anyone's going to be able to make it on field the rest of the way, though. So we'll see who tries to out strategy the others. Sorry about that. You can see they're all staying really nice and tight on each other, which is giving them a lot of speed. They're gapping as much as they can. And yeah, between the 4th place truck of Zachary Dowson, the 77, and the 5th place truck here, which there's only 3 of them lined up right now. There's a 11 and a half second gap already. So this front group of trucks they have gained a lot of time on pit road by pitting 2 laps earlier. And They're all working really well together. They are staying as in line as they can be. So currently they have a 13-second gap over the 5th, 6th, and 7th place trucks. And then there's another 2.5 second gap to these next 4, which is being led by Chris Smith and Ellis Thomas. And then after that, it's about a half a lap to the next group of trucks. But it looks like these guys are running a little smoother, but there's still a bit of a gap. But it looks like they are catching the 3 in front of them. So if they can get to them and hook up, they should be able to run down the top 4. But they gotta stay together. And they are really closing in on the next few here. So in the next lap or so, they should be on top of them. Looks like the 52 is going to drop to the back of this line for some reason. Might not just had enough speed to slot in front of it. But now these trucks are all together again, so it's 7 trucks here. If they can work well together, they should close the gap on the top 5 or the top 4. Back up front, they're all still nose to tail. They're making their way through all the traffic. And we just completed lap 45, so there's 35 laps to go. But it has been all Rhett Tucker tonight so far. He is currently on 34 out of 45 laps led, so he's about to clinch the most laps led in the race, which will, I believe, is an extra bonus point. Might be 2 bonus points. They're also adding some more lap trucks into this line, so they're going to just build up more speed. And it is now a 18-second gap between 4th place and 5th place. And these guys don't seem to be working too well together. They keep going side by side. And we have a 3 wide as the 06 drops to the back of this group. It just doesn't seem like they want to work together and catch the front group. They're in their own little race right now. It looks like. as they do get back in line, but there's a bunch of gaps out there. Back in front, we still have the top four nose to tail, and then a couple of the lap trucks out here. Which I was gonna say that the 69 is looking to be the first one a lap down here. The 69 and the 13 are battling for the lucky dog, it looks like. And they are hanging onto the tail end of this lead group. Oh, the 87 got really low there. Not sure why. It got below the line a little bit. Looks like the lappers are all joining each other on the outside, so we're gonna have two by two here with the leaders and the lappers. And the top two have gotten a little bit of a gap on third and fourth now because of this. And we have completed 51 laps tonight, so we got 29 laps left. Which, if you noticed, if you were here for the race analysis, it is a 28 lap fuel window, so we should be seeing one final pit stop here relatively soon. And it is now a 22-second gap between fourth place and fifth place. We'll see if the leaders stay out here. They will stay out here for another lap. I'm not sure when they plan on pitting, but they're going to have to pit here again before too long. And then, yeah, this second group, they're all side by side. That explains why they kept losing ground here. But yeah, we got a battle for fifth back here. The 83 and the 52 push ahead of the 18. And the leaders are still staying out. And they're all back nose to tail here. They cleared the lappers again, and the lappers are in the back of the group. This group is also still on the track. They have not decided to come down pit road yet. Things are staying nice and calm now, it looks like. everyone looks to be nose to tail here. And here's 12th place on back, and they're about another 15 seconds behind that second group. So we got at least 3 decent-sized packs of trucks here, all spread out pretty far. And this is the last set of trucks that are on the lead lap too. The 13 and the 69 are still your 2 trucks battling for the lucky dog, as they are still up here with the leaders. Well, the 87 got to the apron again there. It didn't look like he got pushed or anything. The gap has gotten a little wider. They're about 20. They're a little over 27 seconds behind fourth place here. But they have gotten back to nose to tail, so hopefully they can build up some speed here. Either that, or they're going to have to try to do something on pit road to make up a lot of ground if a caution doesn't come out. And it looks like the leaders are gonna try to run out fuel here so they can pit and put in as little gas as possible when they do come down. Well, that's what I'd be doing if I were them, at least. Yeah, these guys are content to stay nose to tail like this. They're not battling for the lead. They're not trying to do anything that will cost them all this ground they have made. Brett Tucker continues to lead. He has locked up the most laps led. Yep, he's got over half the race. He's got 48 out of the 59 laps so far led. And you can see there they're catching they're catching that third group of trucks in not too long. And here they come. They're coming down pit road. The leaders are coming down pit road. See them fan out, lock it up. Looks like they're all going to make it onto pit road nice and easy. And they had a 28-second gap when they started pulling off. Looks like everyone's getting into their stall nicely Nice and clean. Looks like the 99 and the 94 are taking left sides only. The others seem to have taken 4. And here comes the second group. They are staying out. And they will pass them exiting pit road. But they do still have to come down pit road. We have just completed lap 60. There are 20 laps left in the race. We're in the final 20. The current leader is the 83 of Cordell Lofgren. And there you see the 99, 94, 87, and 77 coming off pit road, merging into the track. And they got out before that third group of trucks there. We'll see if these guys come down this time. And it looks like they are staying out. You see some lap trucks coming off pit road. Yeah, that's those leaders. They came off pit road fast enough to where they are ahead of that third group still. They are 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. And they are only about 7 seconds behind this new group of leaders who still have to pit yet. And if I'm these guys, I'm hoping a caution comes out, because if they have to pit under green, they were just too far behind when the pit stop started. They're gonna be another good 15 seconds behind the top 4 when it cycles out. There you see the 42 and 44 coming off pit road. Looks like there's some smoke. Oh, the 14. Looks like the 14 blew up. That is the Lee Campbell in the 14. Yes, he is blown up. So it looks like his night is over. There is no caution yet, though. And this group is still hanging out there. That's all they can do if they want to have a shot at winning. They gotta stay out as long as possible and hope for a caution. But they are being smart and staying as nose to tails. Yeah, you see the group is not too far behind them right now. So as soon as they hit pit road, that 4 truck group is going to get a huge gap. And it looks like they have caught this new lead group, so they might take the lead back before they even come down pit road as they go to the outside here. It looks like the 91 and 80 and 52 are jumping up to try to block their momentum. Yeah, we got all these trucks in the lead pack again now, and 3/4 of them still have to get onto pit road before this is over. And up the middle goes the 99, the 87, and the 94. And they touch and they wreck. They get hooked. Big wreck going into 3, wiping out 2/3 of this pack. That is the caution a lot of these guys wanted, but most of them are in the wreck here. This is... All right, let's rewind this up back a little bit and get onto a better camera. Let me switch cameras here for you guys. All right, here's... Oh, that's still not the best camera. All right. But here we go, we get... you can see that the inside line tried to throw a block too. The outside line is pinching, and they just get slightly into each other and it turns them up the track, and then everybody just gets collected outside of like 3 or 4 people. And there's just nowhere to go for a lot of these guys. So that's gonna end the night for most of these guys probably. And it sucks for Rhett Tucker, the 99. He had such a strong truck tonight. Led the majority of the race, and he got turned. But it doesn't look like he got too much damage. He should be able to get back out there. How much it's going to affect him, I'm not sure. But we will go to our second and final commercial here before we go back live.
How do we get these one-of-a-kind amazing trophies? Well, we were fortunate to find UD Awards when we started our league. We reached out and we connected with Christopher, and we got started designing these one-of-a-kind works of art. The process was easy from start to finish. After just a few revisions, we finalized each one of them, and the team at UD got to work building each trophy from scratch. They're a small team, but they've got the ability to do just about anything your brain can imagine. And don't worry, if you're not an artist, they've got an entire catalog of unique trophies in pretty much any material you can imagine. Wood, acrylic, glass, and in the case of last season's trophy, metal. The best part, they're affordable. If you're looking for a trophy for your event or league, the choice is simple. UD Awards can give you exactly what you want.
Are you looking for high-quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics, from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
Alright, welcome back. Looks like after pit cycles, the 87 of Nathan Rogie will be your leader, and then the 92 Josh Ward will be in second. And the pace lights, and the lights are out on the pace car. So we are on 1 to green here. It looks like quite a few. Yeah, it looks like I said, it looks like the majority of the field got taken out in that. You can see the damage on a lot of these trucks, but we still got a good chunk of trucks up here yet. Looks about 17 or so are on screen here so far, and there's another one coming around. The running order is the 87 of Nathan Rogie, the 92 Josh Ward, Jeff Pogo in the 43 in third. Fourth place is Cordell Lofgren in the 83, Tarun Modakurti in the 18 is fifth, 94 of Andrew McGonigal in sixth, 77 of Zachary Dowse in seventh, Evan Pienta in the 55 will be eighth, Johnny Rapp in the 52 is ninth, Rhett Tucker in the 99 is going to round out the top 10 here, coming to the green on this restart. Pace car is on pit road. They're still trying to get lined up in the back there. Off we go. The 87 brings them to the green flag. And it looks like the inside line is the more formed one. A few of the outside line guys are dropping down to the bottom. We're on lap 69 of 80, so we got 12 laps to go. The 92 drops down behind the 87. And oh, coming up. Oh, it was not clear. There's another big wreck. Looks like, no, it looks like there's about 3 of them. There's about 3 of them in the wreck. And the 94 might have gotten the worst steal there. Let us go back here. And we will get a different camera. We will ride along. We will ride along with him here. This is the 94. Just comes up the track and it was not clear, so there was nowhere to go and they just wrecked. It only looked like there was about 4 or 5 cars in there, and the 94 looked like he got the worst out of it. As you can see, the left front damage there. And he's got some left rear damage. I'm sorry, that doesn't look like that brought out a caution though. It looks like we are still under green. I thought a caution came out for that. Forgive me. So we have 10 laps to go, and this is your battle for the lead. The 87 is pulled out ahead of the 92, who got stuck behind a lap car there. And the 55 of Evan Pienta is jumping to his outside. Evan Pienta will lead that lap. So it looks like we got 4 cars up here who broke away after that wreck that didn't bring out a yellow. And then we got a couple of lap trucks here, as you can see in the back of this group. And it looks like that next group of trucks is quite a ways back there. There's 5th and 6th place are about 8 seconds back, and then there's a half a lap between them and the next group. But up front here for the lead, it's the 55 and the 87. They door a little bit coming out of turn 4. 55 gets the lead though. It looks like he's gonna stay up high. He does lead that lap. The 83 is pushing him. They both jump down in front of the 87 of Nathan Rogie there. He gets into the back of the 83, and oh, he almost turns him, and then he gets into the wall after hitting the apron. But he keeps it straight, so still no caution. Still no caution. So we are down to 2 trucks, it looks like, because the 3rd place truck is a bit of a gap there. So the top 2 have broken away with almost 7 laps to go here. This race has gotten crazier the last few laps, and I don't know how this is going to end up. But we got Evan Pienta in the 55 and Cordell Lofgren in the 83 going at it. They have settled down a little bit here. 7 laps to go. Cordell looks to the outside a little bit, drops back in. Here comes the 92, Josh Ward. He gets a big run. He's in 3rd place, but he's got the outside line all to himself and a big run. He's going to squeeze underneath a couple of lap trucks. He's up to 2nd. He didn't quite get all the way to the front here, but he has gotten back into the battle. We got the top 3 and 2 lap trucks here as we come down to 6 to go. The 92 drops back into line, then he comes back up. He's trying to get as much momentum as he can because he's got to get around the 37 to have a shot. And the 83 comes up to block. He's trying to use the momentum to get around Evan Pienta in the 55. The 92 is pushing him. They've got the run. Out of 2. Down the backstretch. The 83 takes the lead. He drops down. 92 on the outside all by himself. 55 is giving the 83 a big push into turn 3. Big push. They clear the 92 who drops all the way back. Berto Lofgren with the lead, coming to 5 to go. Evan Pienta in second. Josh Ward in third. And unless something big happens, these are the only 3 that are in contention for the win currently. Looks like they're settling down to make their last pass decisions here in the next few laps. They're playing mind games with each other now. When are you going to go? When are you not going to go? Are you going to fake them out? The 92 is losing some ground. I don't know if he's got some damage that's hurting his speed. As you can see, they're coming up on a bunch of lap trucks here, though, so this might make things interesting. The 2 of them get out of the way. 55 is looking high, but the 83 has to come high to get around the 94. Everyone's nice and clear now. The 92 has gotten a run. He's caught back up. 3.5 laps left to go. They're still single file though, the top 2. Cordell Lofgren in the 83, Evan Pienta in the 55. Nose to tail for first and second. Three laps to go. Looks like Evan is content riding right behind him for now. He does look to the outside a little bit in 2. Comes back down. The 92 has lost them again. He just can't stay with them once he gets up there. The 83 is throwing a little bit of a block. He's blocking him up the track a little bit. They're still nose to tail, coming to 2 to go here. 2 to go in the first race of the season at Daytona, and it looks like they will catch that next group of lap trucks on the last lap here. We'll see if that plays a factor. They're going to catch them on this lap, it looks like. They're still nose to tail. Looks like Evan's going to wait till the last lap to make his move. Coming through 3 and 4 here. The 92 still is about a second behind them here. Half a second behind them. The white flag is out. Berto Lofgren in the 83 is your leader. Evan Pienta is still following him. Here comes a big run by the 92. The 55 throws a block. He's using the lap trucks as a pick. The 83 is trying to block. He gets turned. The 55 is going to pull away. The 55 looks like he is going to be your winner because the 92 got caught up in that as well. They keep it going though, so the second and third place still have a battle, but Evan Pienta, the 55, is your leader. Coming to the checkered flag. He is all alone. And out of turn 4, he's got no one near him. They're not going to catch him. Evan Pienta is going to win the first race of the season here at Daytona on a last lap pass. Evan Pienta wins the Apex Energy 200 here to start the season. Second place will be the 83, or the 92 of Josh Ward, and the 83 of Cordell Lofgren will finish third. That is your top 3 here tonight, guys. That was a crazy last, 10 to 15 laps. We had that big wreck that didn't bring out a caution. I thought it was a caution. I don't know if you guys thought it was a caution, but I was fooled. And we had all of that chaos in the last few laps. But Evan Pienta comes away with it in the 55 truck here tonight. All right, we will get the post-race stuff set up here. I will be back in a moment. All right, so
Oh, hi.
hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How Cordell Lofgren, you got third tonight. That last lap, that had to have been a heartbreaker for you. I saw that block happen, and then he got into. Did you just lose it, or what happened there?
I think like it was a bad block on my part, honestly. Like he had more of a run than I initially anticipated. So like it's like it goes both ways. He could have lifted a little bit. I could have not made the move. It was just a racing incident. Like I'm upset about it, but I mean, hey, brought it home third.
Well, you ended up you still ended up with a top 3 finish in the first race of the season. You survived the chaos at Daytona here to start the year. Put yourself in a good place in points to start up. I gotta ask, did you think that there was a caution coming out for that wreck with about 12 to go? Because I thought there was a caution. I even went back and looked at it, and then when I came back live, you guys were still racing. I had no idea.
Yeah, it got kind of chaotic there at the end. You know, I'll tell you when that caution with 12 to go came out, I had less than a lap of fuel, so I was clutching all the way around. So I was not looking forward to that caution. But at the same time, I think it put me in a really good position to fight for the win.
All right, so a caution did come out. I guess I spent a little too long on the replay, so that was my bad. Ellis, I missed the restart on that last restart. So,
Oh, well, that was many laps ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
with about
So-
with about 12 to go, was there was a caution or not?
when we took
yeah,
the restart.
yeah, that was. I can't remember the exact laps to go, but yeah, that was. We had chaos for sure. Cordell, can you kind of walk us through what you saw maybe on 3 to go, 2 to go with some lap cars maybe getting in the way?
Yeah, there were cars up high, down low. Like I was about to had to slalom through them to keep from wrecking, or have to use the apron to pass them because they were just kind of holding up the track. Like I usually don't whine, but when they're blocking up like that, you know, I got to kind of say something.
Sure, a lot of lap traffic out there tonight after a lot of big wrecks. So, you got any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
I just want to thank my friends and family. You know, they've kind of put me in the position I'm in. You know, allowed me to start sim racing, spend time, get hours doing it. You know, sacrificing a little bit of time with the family, but I mean, you got to kind of hone your skills a little bit. Not saying I'm not some top tier driver, but I don't think I would have the skills for tonight if it wasn't for them allowing me to sacrifice time.
Well, hey man, we're glad you're here. We're glad they're letting you sacrifice that time and go spend some time with them tonight and tomorrow. Congratulations on that third place.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So Tony, we'll try to pull Josh into the booth here. Give me just a second.
Take it forward.
I'll let you pick him up whenever you want to. He's in here now.
Hey, Josh Ward. You got second tonight in a chaotic last couple of laps. It looked like you had a hard time keeping up with the first two there, or the top two there in those last few laps. Did you have some damage, or were you just lagging back a little after trying to build up a run for the end?
No, I mean, I don't think I touched anybody all night. The car was fine. I just kind of saw the way they were wiggling back and forth. I figured they were going to wreck each other. And I just got a little excited going into one and then said, oh, well, let's go try to pass them. And second I did, they started wrecking and plan didn't pay off. But first, second, third, it was a good time racing with these guys and panned out pretty well. I'm perfectly thrilled and fine to come out of Daytona with a second place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with all that chaos at the end there, a top three finish. There's like nobody around you guys for the last like 5 laps. So, a finish like that, even with getting wrecked, that has to be a good night for you, especially to start off the season.
Yeah, it was a good time. I thought I was going to lap down early in the race during that long run and got pretty lucky with the caution. It came out right after I pit, so got the good end of the stick on that one. Then they just kind of broke up behind us, and so it was just the three of us, and no need to get that aggressive. But I mean, first, second, third, can't complain.
Yeah. Hey, man. Well, we're glad to have you as a part of Slingshot. Welcome to the league, and great way to start off with that second place finish at Daytona. So before we let you go, you got any shout outs? Anyone you want to say hey to who might be watching?
I guess my brother that I race with, Shane. But no, I don't really have any sponsors or anything, and just do this for fun. And we appreciate you guys putting this on. And good event. I mean, it was good racing with the 55 and 83. So congratulations to them, and I guess everybody else who finished on the lead lap.
Hey, good deal. Awesome. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. So you heard from the 92 of Josh Ward there. And Tony, I think we should bring in our winner, Evan Pienta, and see what kind of he experienced in those final laps. Evan, this is Slingshot Broadcast Booth. Tony and Ellis, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, congratulations on that win. Hard fought. You made it through a lot of issues. I know Tony was wondering how what strategy you felt like worked the best for you tonight and got you into that position to be where you were at the end.
I mean, there really wasn't any strategy. I kind of just, well, at first I wanted to try and get up there, lead a lap, and then decided that was too sketchy, so drop back and avoid a couple cautions, and then, or avoid a couple wrecks, and then just tried to, keep it up front or keep it, you know, as close as I can with the leaders and not try and lose as much time as I did. And then had an issue on pit road and just, I don't know. It was riding the lap down and hoping to get back on the lead lap, and that caution late being really, I was never around where the cautions were, or was never where the big wrecks were going to be. And so, I mean, I don't know. But then that final restart there, just tried to avoid all the carnage, and then we was really, by the time it ended up being only 4 left, and then you know just just last lap fighting for it, and saw there was a pick with the lap cars on the outside and tried to make it outside, and just it was tough racing at the end there.
Well, it worked.
So those last few laps, you were you just waiting out for the last lap to make your move? Was that your plan the whole time when you were behind him, or how were you planning or setting it up?
I mean, I just was waiting for. I mean, once he got by me, I was waiting, and I knew the 92 was back there going to make a run on the final lap or so. So I was just waiting for him to make a run, and then I was going to block him, and it was just perfect timing where it timed up to where I was going to just go outside and block him, and hopefully he would push me because we worked together earlier in the race. It was kind of that back and forth. And then once I saw the lap cars, I kind of just realized I could have him as a pick, and then was kind of focused on him more. And then once the 83 came back up, I mean, it was just, I was mirror driving in the corner, trying to make sure I got the 92 behind me, and then was going to focus on passing the 83 on the front or on the back stretch. So I kind of just kind of like a perfect storm there going into turn one.
Well, it all worked out amidst all the chaos tonight. From my point of view as a driver, it was scary out there, especially that last part. I saw y'all going through those lap cars trying to make your way. I was one of those. I tried to stay out of your way. But I'm glad it worked out for you. You've done great work for us. Do you want to plug Evan Pienta Designs real quick and have any other shout outs before we let you go?
Yeah. I mean, first, I just want to thank you guys for putting the league on. Tony for the broadcast. But yeah, Evan Pienta Designs, run a graphic design firm, do a lot of the graphics for SSRL, and then some of the guys in the league. If you're interested in getting anything done, just go to Evan Pienta Designs on Instagram. Email me at evanpientadesigns@gmail.com, or visit evanpientadesigns.myportfolio.com to see some of my work and get other ways to get in contact with me.
Well,
All right,
sounds
Evan.
good. Again, congratulations on the win, Evan, and hope you have a good one.
Thanks, you guys too.
Thank you. Well, Tony, I just want to take a second to thank you for a great broadcast tonight. I know it was your first time out there, but I'm sure it didn't sound like it. Slingshot wants to give you a shout out and thank you for doing a great job tonight, and hope it's the first of many races that you're going to be broadcasting with us. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Well, I just want to say I hope everyone enjoyed it tonight and was able to bear with some of the struggles I had, because there were times where it wasn't the best, but next week we should be a lot smoother, and I hope you guys will show up for that too. I'm glad to help you guys out as best I can, Alice. And again, next week should hopefully be a lot smoother, and hopefully the racing is just as exciting though next week at Atlanta.
I think it will be. I think it's going to be a different style of race. It's going to be about tire management. It's going to be about different lines. And I think drivers are going to really be able to showcase their talents. Not that they weren't able tonight, but I think we're going to be looking at some different stuff next week at Atlanta that'll put on a pretty entertaining race. And we'll have the trucks running on Wednesday, but on Tuesday nights, we'll have the Cup Series also running. So we've got 2 races next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, 8:30. Also, we've got Team Slingshot 4 drivers running the Lamborghini Huracan at the Daytona 24 this weekend, and we'll be live streaming that event on the channel as well. So tune in anytime from Saturday morning, 8 a.m. East, all the way through Sunday morning, 8 a.m. East, for a 24-hour, all the way through flag to flag coverage of that iRacing Daytona 24. So that should be interesting as well.
And
And,
good luck in that race. Hope you guys have a good run there.
Yeah, we appreciate it. All right, everyone. I'll let you send it off, Tony.
Well, again, guys, everyone who watched, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the race. The drivers put on, I think, a hell of a show for the most part. Had some chaos, but yeah, we will see you next week at Atlanta, and hope you guys have a good one. Peace.